All right, I got my next sea shanty.
Alrighty.
Hello. Welcome back, everyone. As we resume our wonderful session of talk therapy.
It's all feel good. It's all good vibes. Really.
Tensions are still high on the Hammer's Folly.
Speak for yourself.
Jacobin attempting to placate everybody by tripling their pay.
Just throw money at the problem. That'll
Kind
fix
of
it.
works for some people.
Tell me
you
about
know?
your parents.
Tell me about Jemmora.
How's your relationship with your mother?
Non-existent.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not by choice.
Yeah.
That explains a lot, actually.
So, yes.
Would you like a hug? No.
some members of the crew still disgruntled, but many,
How do we regruntle them?
I'm thoroughly gruntled.
many upon the news that
I'm grundled.
their pay will be tripled with a bonus, you know, are at the very least going to just keep their mouths shut if they are unhappy with the state of affairs. So.
I'll hire another crew with hookers and blackjack.
You don't forget the ship.
That's like that casino boat,
Yeah, the
basically.
Grand Dame.
Up in
Yeah.
Faerun. Yeah, the Grand Dame.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not this boat.
No, it's not.
But it could be.
It could be.
And
We could go under the water.
right before the break, there was sort of a heart-to-heart conversation between Sevelios and May, in which was revealed that there is kind of a shadow version of May, slightly out of focus.
Shadow May, conquer yourself.
Yeah.
So,
So not looking forward to if I have to fight myself.
Just gonna be both
Bird versus Shadow Bird. Kraken!
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Rap battle.
All right.
There we go.
So, yes, Sevelios sort of pulls back, and you see the reflection, and there's this kind of slightly off-kilter shadow version. And then, like, out of the corner of your eye, you see Korev, and he's, like, looking in your direction, but, like, he's not phased at all. So you're not really sure if he can see what you saw or not.
Did you see?
There's like
Yeah.
a shadow.
Yeah.
Oh, so you see it too now. Oh,
I just caught my. Wait.
thank the gods.
Wait. So how long has that been there?
It seems. Well, today.
Okay. Good. All right. I'm not like completely losing it.
That's why I wondered, May, where are you from?
I mean, that's a little bit foggy.
I mean, where are you originally from?
We never talked geography. Sean.
No, I am aware of that.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Great.
Make something up.
I know.
Yep.
He threw me under the bus
It
last
was
time. It was
no.
your
I
turn.
know. I know.
Or, I mean, does May remember?
May does not remember.
Well, then, I mean, that's
May was.
that's
May was,
your answer. Then.
Yeah, I don't remember. I mean, yeah. I mean, the only things I really remember about when I was a kid, like before my parents died, I was just. I'm assuming probably somewhere in Lilinosti, but I'm not really sure. My parents found me after I'd been wandering for a while. So probably somewhere along the border.
DMs, no. Did you describe the creatures in your when you were recounting what happened?
Think so.
Okay.
I think I heard the word Tarask get thrown out.
Right. Make a deception check. In real life.
2.
Well,
Yeah. No.
So bad, I'm spot on, baby.
Yeah. Have you noticed anything strange
I mean,
today, aside from you know
Getting blind, drunk, and nearly dying.
what, aside from what you recounted?
nothing really. I mean,
Because that's not normal.
I realize that. I mean, other than
You hear Korav ask what you guys are talking about because he's very confused.
May is very confused.
But Korav, you didn't see the shadow behind May,
I didn't see nothing.
and that's kind of what he responded. Yeah, no.
Sorry, I did say a raid of orcs from the south in my backstory that I sent you
Okay.
months and months and ages ago.
Okay.
I just pulled it up.
Hasn't come up yet, so we can change that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tarask.
we can absolutely change that if necessary. But
Well,
that-
no,
that
I don't.
is-
I don't remember anything.
That is going to be changed.
Yes, I don't remember anything. I mean,
Remember a really giant
other than
lizard.
dying. I don't really remember anything from when I'm dead. So I'm assuming that when I die, it's just out. I mean, I don't remember anything from the last time I died
Stay
either.
put. I'll get to the bottom of this.
Okay.
He goes and gets Valrus, and he gets Twixen.
I
Okay.
follow.
Master Twixen. Valrus. Just take a look at May. And Valrus has a surprised look on his face. Twixen, you don't notice anything out of the ordinary.
It's May.
But you see like a shadow of May, around May,
No.
and Valrus kind of looks over it. Quiet nod of his head.
Is anybody else on deck, or is everybody else below?
Everybody else is below.
Oh, okay.
I stare at Svelius. Is it possible your optical receptors are failing?
Valrus and May also saw it.
Perhaps I should go seal the rum back up.
Master Twixen, I think there's some sort of magic at play here. I mean, there has to be. But I don't know what.
Detect magic
You,
on May.
I mean, he's gonna detect my magic stuff.
so, well, it's you don't detect it on something. It's you detect it and you sense the presence like within 60 feet or so. You see
30 feet.
Oh, 30 feet? Okay. Well, still. So aside from the normal magical signatures of like the ship and like your magic items and stuff like that,
Probably pretty used to this.
there is just in the area in general a tangible presence of sort of illusion and enchantment magic.
Yes.
There is some sort of magic at play.
Yes.
Did that fucker put a spell on me too? Another one?
What sort of magic?
Deception magic.
I don't think that would be Jacobin. I don't know if he's capable of that sort of magic, May.
No, I don't think he is either.
It doesn't
He's not smart
hit
enough.
things.
I have also been told that tact is not his strong point.
Mm-hmm.
Subtlety.
I mean, do I feel different?
No, you do not.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't feel different, but this is not okay. This is not normal. Like, I've never...
Put my hand on your forehead. 7 on my medicine check. Are you feeling okay?
I mean, as well as anybody for someone who died today.
I can't tell temperature anyway.
Her forehead feels
Like a forehead.
hot.
I was gonna say, I'm drunk, so probably a little hot.
Also, you're in the tropics.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everything feels hot.
Everything's kind of hot.
Maybe you need to lie down.
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. That's unnerving. I mean, have you ever heard of that happening before with somebody?
I cast level 4 Dispel Magic.
Okay.
I believe that probably requires some kind of save.
Only if it's to dispel a spell effect that's higher than that level.
Yes.
You do your spell correctly, but it seems like it didn't affect what seems to be causing this.
Okay.
Twixen, give me an Arcana check
Oh boy.
in light of that information. And we'll say with Valrus, you can make it with advantage, as he has also been sort of analyzing this stuff.
21.
21.
Nice.
So, for magic that can't be dispelled, but, you know, if they're talking about effects and there's clearly some sort of schools of magic at play, that would seem to be that it's like ambient magic. And searching through your sort of knowledge banks, we'll say, trying to remember if you picked up anything about this. There are times when there are sort of other worlds that sort of like phase in and can cause these sorts of things to happen, like magical effects to happen, sort of, without being a specific magical effect in and of themselves.
Do I know if they go away in time?
They usually, go away in time. It seems like, you know, there are times when, like, on nights of the full moon or certain times of the year.
Depends on how long the overlap happens.
This, in combination with the stuff that you witnessed earlier today, it's entirely possible that this is some sort of fey thing happening.
Fey magic.
Great.
What do you mean fey magic?
Great.
I believe this is some type of fey magic.
After what happened out in the...
Yes.
Okay.
Did you eat any of the mushrooms?
No.
What exactly happened out there?
There were mushrooms.
Yeah,
Alright.
so...
They grew legs and ran away.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
The mushrooms grew from a body of a tyrannosaurus? Some
Yeah.
kind of giant lizard.
Yeah.
We defeated it. It sprouted mushrooms, and the mushrooms
Yeah.
grew legs and ran away.
Yeah, they were
Hashtag
really
Jigman
weird.
was right. This was more dangerous than we thought.
When
it
we,
was.
What kind of lizard?
A big one.
big lizard,
What else can you tell me about the
similar
lizard?
to like
Lots of
something
teeth.
that Tyron Kai's turns into when he's fighting stuff.
All right.
Well, that's true. They would have seen that when we were
Yeah.
fighting the dark breeze.
All right.
Yeah. Although they were weird. They had like vines all over their bodies, and like when we killed them,
Big
They're-
enough to swallow May whole.
yeah, but after they killed them, they like there were no bodies. Like the earth reclaimed them or something, like.
All right.
And then Yeah, apparently these mushrooms, like, formed around the bodies.
As you're talking,
Yeah.
they, both Sevelios and Valrus, both kind of jump back a bit and everything. And now with Twix in there, you see in the reflection or whatever, this sort of shadow has sort of phased in again, kind of wispy and ephemeral and everything. Looking similar to you, just in your general shape, size, and everything. And Twixen, you do not see this.
I figured.
But
But you hear May, sort of as like a whisper. Is that you? Could it be you?
could.
And then it dissipates. All right. We need to make these repairs happen. We need to get out of here.
Yeah, that'd be great. Is that you? Could that be you?
Could it be you?
Okay.
Well, all right. Since those of us present aren't in need of much sleep, we'll say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel great.
Perhaps it'd be best if we helped continue the repairs.
Yeah.
Quick question for clarification. Was that a whisper in my ear or a whisper in my mind?
It felt like it was in your ear.
Okay.
But no one else heard it except you.
Mm-hmm.
So Sevelios takes the rest of you down below decks. I will say at this point, this is around when Jacob and you would have said everybody, you're done for the day, kind of a thing. You've already made the announcement about work and stuff. Sevelios comes down with May, Valrus, and Twixen.
I actually am using my boots of spider walking to make repairs on the outside of the hole.
Okay, all right. So you see the three elves of that group come down, and they look distressed. And Sevelios goes and starts rounding up the other elves, which I think is just Meloria. Yes. And Sevelios, says to Meloria, we need to make repairs and get going as quickly as we can. There are some things happening, and we need to get out of here as quickly as we possibly can.
Yeah, let's leave. I just love thinking about this happening, and May is still half in the bag.
Yeah.
Which is the best part.
And so basically the elves get back to work, making repairs and everything. Jacob, and you certainly see this happening. You're eating some of the stuff when Sevelios and crew goes to get Meloria.
What's going on?
There's a bit of a situation, Captain.
What's that?
Those of us that don't need sleep as much as your folk do, we're going to continue making the repairs so that we can get sailing out of here as quickly as possible.
If you believe it's prudent to do so, I was going to let everybody take a rest, but...
We may be experiencing a Fey crossing.
Say that again.
We may be experiencing a Fey crossing.
Well, I don't know what that is.
And he kind of get started on the repairs. I'll inform the captain.
Mm-hmm.
Jacobin. Fey. Are you familiar with Fey? Fairies, unicorns. No, of course not.
Like stuff from stories.
Well, it's real.
All right then.
Pocket unicorns.
It's where my people originally came from. It's another world.
All right. So,
Occasionally, that world bumps into this one, and weird stuff happens.
all right. And what type of weird stuff are we? What's going on?
From what I gather from the description, those creatures that you fought, they are not native here.
It would make sense. One of them looked familiar, like we'd fought it before. And the first time it disappeared. And I remember May saying something about some mushrooms on the ground or something.
She said they sprouted legs and ran away.
That I don't remember. But I do remember a circle of mushrooms on the ground the first time.
That would be enough pause.
Well, again, if you believe it's prudent to do so, please continue repairs.
You hear pounding from the outside of the boat.
So,
Because you don't need food either.
I'll remain awake just in case you need any help.
it's best if the rest of the crew gets some rest. Watch yourselves.
Oh, I love you.
Don't do anything that would make for a good story. And
It's actually really good life advice.
if you have any iron, keep that close at hand.
What am I made of?
You are made out of
Something made out of like adamantine.
steel.
Titanium.
It's not titanium, but it's basically like steel plates, wood.
Diamonds.
It's so
You know it.
not diamonds.
I mean, I would have
So-
thought it would have been
Said
made
you
out of
know
a
it.
good amount of
It's
it.
basically steel and wood, and occasional
you
like
know it.
stone bits.
Got some porcelain parts in ya.
But yeah, so there's like wooden like cords that help transfer fluids and everything, almost like roots. But yeah, so there is no just straight up iron.
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Um,
I inquired of this, like, as in keep iron close to for fighting, or what do you mean by that?
either for warding off or fighting as if it
Oh,
becomes
they don't
necessary.
like iron. Is that what you're saying?
Right.
Oh, all right. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or so they say.
Irish folklore making its way in. Nice.
So. We'll be getting to work.
Some of us already are.
So,
Some people just no work ethic.
I heard that. So, during this whole process, and actually it starts to get into sort of the later hours of the night. And every now and again you'll notice there's some weird shimmering kind of happening, but it's like faint for a second and then it like back out of existence. Edwin actually gets up and helps with the repairs. You've actually noticed since you've gotten Edwin back from his book form and restored him back to his
Yep.
body and everything,
Since we gave him his body, got him his body back.
nobody's actually seen him sleep.
I wouldn't notice that.
So, like Twixen, you've seen him sort of like wandering around later at night, kind of thing.
Sure.
Like during your watch and like as you're piloting and stuff, you've seen him kind of like come up and just like he'll stand on the deck and just like look out to sea, kind of a thing, and like go back down. So he will help with the repairs as well. And yeah, by midnight, well, or no, So we'll say about like 2 in the morning.
Yeah, I'd say it's
Repairs are
cutting down how many people are there. So
Yeah. And you notice, like, as you, like, put the bandage, like, essentially the wooden bandages on and everything, as the ship is slowly, ever so slowly, kind of growing back to fill that stuff. If you are so inclined, you can watch it, but it is literally like watching paint dry. It's that kind of slow
I will
process.
definitely watch it
Twixen
for a
would
little while.
totally do that.
As it slowly starts to, like, knit itself back together. So, with this, yes, you are able to continue on your journey without having to resort to using the, essentially the airy water field.
I weigh anchor.
Yep. So, you continue making your way through the waters.
Officially back at sea.
Yes, you are.
Once our repairs are done and we're going, I go to bed.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you already were in bed.
No, I said stay up until repairs are done.
Okay. When the repairs are finished, Edwin sort of comes by and lets you know.
I basically just gave orders to everybody. We trying to sail right away? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you can feel us
seems-
going.
And
Already going.
it seems that way.
Go. I tell them work in shifts, get rest, people who need to rest, and continue on course towards 12.
Mhm. So yeah, Edwin comes up and just sits next to you while you're steering the ship, kind of thing. You see, he's just going through his book.
I'm just steering the ship.
And when you do the shift off with Sevelios to do the piloting, you notice Edwin stays there, still just looking through his book. So dawn breaks.
It was expensive too. Doggone.
Jacobin,
Mm-hmm.
as you're sleeping, you're kind of just visited by,
You don't snore.
3
Calm
ghosts.
down.
not gonna say dreams or haunted by nightmares or something
Right.
about just the events of the day, but
Yeah.
just sort of, you have dreams that are kind of like unpacking
Yeah,
what
yeah.
happens, you know, and just saying like,
Knock me down to my parts.
with how your mind kind of works is like, how could that have gone differently?
Yep.
You know, and thinking, well, you know, maybe if I had used this spell instead of this one or
Right.
something. And in the middle of one of those, you hear, sort of in the back of your mind, and it causes you to snap out of the dream a little bit. Like you're still asleep and everything, but it kind of
Mhm.
wakes you up to, oh, well, this is a dream. Or so you thought.
I become lucid.
You become lucid. Sort of.
Sort.
Lucid
Yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah.
dreaming.
Sort of. It's a harsh, whispering voice.
Come to the dark side.
It's already on the dark
No,
side.
what are you? Why are you speaking in a silly voice?
Oh, that's not. This is not.
Oh, well, that's good then.
Do you
Who are
wish-
you?
Do you wish for true power?
What are you talking about?
I'll take it. This is no longer about vengeance, is it? You're on the hunt. You want to hunt things, don't you?
Not right now, no. I still have vengeance to get.
It seems you're awfully driven
But once that's done,
on your hunt.
what type of things we talking about?
Whatever you want. Whatever you're hunting.
Who are you?
Oh,
Another one of these silly gods who just likes to mess with us.
oh, that's not important.
Because I've about had my fill.
Tell me, Jacob, do you wish to hunt the gods? Strike them down?
Offering him everything he's ever wanted.
Do you revel in tracking and pursuing them?
Yep.
The ultimate quarry?
Like I said, I've got something to do first. Maybe get back to me later.
In time, Jacob. In time.
Oh, and just real quick, who might you be? Just so if I'm trying to find you. You know, just so
Leave
we
a
can keep in
callback
contact.
number.
I am but a trifle in the grand scheme of things.
Yep,
Well,
Kraken.
then you're not worth my time, I guess.
I will note, you do not recognize this voice.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah,
a voice
yeah.
that you've heard before.
It's not the Kraken.
So you do not recognize it as the
People
voice that
can
you've
change their
heard
voice.
coming from the Kraken or
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
Jemmora or anything like that.
I didn't think so.
So. Always watching, Jacob.
Yeah, you're not the first, so enjoy the show.
Always hungry.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, aside from that, rest passes normally. So,
Yay!
Jacob, and you regain 1 level of exhaustion.
Mm-hmm.
Because you had a couple of those, that's right.
I did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exhaustion sucks.
That would have been the time for anybody to try something.
Yes, because no other time will you be in a position.
I mean, at level 2 exhaustion, you just move at half speed.
So we can't chase you around the deck.
For you, that's
You can't
not
fix this right
really
away.
much of a penalty.
Still.
Yeah.
As, yeah. Yeah, the big one is the disadvantage on ability checks. That's whatever right now.
Alrighty.
So,
Yay!
the next day comes around. The elves do get some sleep.
We get some
or
trance
some
time.
trance.
We get some trance time in.
I will shut down
You do shut down.
in my closet.
Yes. Yes.
I'll turn my music box on and then shut down.
Oh.
Play some music for Jean-Francois.
Ooh, yeah, maybe I'll let him run around the closet while I'm asleep.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, he does. He sleeps most of the day, but he's in your chest cavity.
So now he's going
Is that from
nuts.
lack
He's
of
well
oxygen?
rested and free.
I mean, as much nuts as like a chameleon goes.
Well, he's like Tarzaning across the ceiling using his tongue just.
I mean, not really.
The ceiling of the closet?
He's
Still-
still,
still just like a 5x5
Gotta make this
closet.
fun
Yeah.
somehow. This
Yeah.
is his one time out of the cell.
so you set sail.
Sail!
Sail. Yeah. So,
Something like that.
a few days go on. So when you left, based on the calendars that you have and everything, you'd estimate that it was towards the end of high summer, which is the middle summer month. So about a week and a half later, you experience sort of that same encounter that you had before with the ghost ship.
Week and a half, you said?
After a week and a half. So
Okay.
on the 5th of Emberheart. We should get some creepy music for this. How about that?
Gonna be creepy Gucci music?
Great. Sure. Maybe.
Gotta get that gooch music.
That's I'm all about that gooch. About that gooch.
You know it.
So, you see
enough.
kind of the ghastly green glow start to come up over the horizon. Then you all recall that you've seen this before, and immediately it's all, everybody get quiet.
Twixen, dive.
Twixen, as the ship's pilot, please roll a d20.
Just a D20?
Yeah, this is going to be a stealth check from the ship.
Oh boy. 19.
Pretty good, pretty good. Same thing as before, where you dive below and you see this sort of greenish glowing ship pass above you. And it would be almost silent were it not for the wailing that happens. And you see there are a number of bodies being dragged in the ocean, around it and behind it.
This ghost ship really seriously needs to feck off. The entire ocean, and we bump into it twice.
I'm sick of this heckin' ship.
It continues to glide on by. You hear the wailing increase in intensity and then die down as it continues off.
So they're being dragged by the ship?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's spooky water skiing.
These are. They looked almost as if. They looked spectral like the ship. And they were dragged behind it. Unclear if the characters would notice her, but the players certainly. They have the appearance of being keel-hauled. Which is when you essentially tie somebody up and then throw them overboard and drag them behind the ship. And the idea is they bang against the bottom of the ship and everything gets scraped along the bottom and stuff. And potentially drown.
Mostly just scraped raw from the particles.
Yeah. But yeah, so there were about a dozen of these unfortunate souls being dragged behind this ship.
You poor unfortunate soul.
That's kind of where my head was going to.
The light fades off in the distance, and eventually you kind of pull back up without any remorse.
This time.
This time.
That's twice we've seen that.
When was the last time?
Back when we were going through the strait.
Yeah.
A few days later, you come across the wreckage of a ship, a large ship. There's debris everywhere in the water, because you're still sailing fairly close to shore, and this looks like a lot of it has washed up on shore and stuff.
Does it look at all like the ghost ship?
Doesn't look like the ghost ship.
Okay.
You find there are a number of bodies that have either washed up on shore or left in the water. And Jacobin, who would be the designated lookout today?
Whoever is our best. I don't know. Who would I think has the best eyes?
How?
Oh, no.
The parrot.
No.
Svelios' parrot.
I would say Sevelios, but he's above being a scout, probably.
Sevelios' parrot, though. He has a level of autonomy. He's a bird. He can fly
I
with
mean,
the ship
in your
and
estimation,
get a
I mean,
bird's eye view of the
probably one of
surroundings.
the elves.
Who else is now?
May,
Sevelios, Valorous, Meloria.
Who's Valorous?
I mean, if
Gunner?
so,
Which one's Valorous?
Varus is one of the gunners. He's part of the Sevelios' crew.
Probably Valorous.
He is trying to keep a lookout. But every time it gets quiet, the silence is broken by the mumbling chatter of the skull in his backpack.
Oh, Jesus.
And as you pass by, you are almost all the way out of this debris field when you hear a very faint cry for help.
Who hears it?
Everybody that's above deck.
Oh, make an order for everybody to see if they can see where it's coming from.
Okay. So whoever wants to be sort of
Yep.
the active searcher, give me a perception check with advantage.
All right. Yeah.
12.
You're having a hard time picking out where it might be coming from. You know, it's somewhere in that debris field, but
If nobody's able to see it, I pull up the hood of the cloak and dive in and go look myself.
okay.
Well,
Um,
I guess since our captain just jumped off, I will not ask permission and just steer the boat into the into
Okay.
the debris field also.
okay.
I'm assuming this is debris that like the ship can safely pass through, not like masts jutting out that can like punch a hole through a hole or something.
Well, give me.
Oh boy.
you walked into that one, dude.
Yep.
It's
I
gonna
deserve
be a water vehicle
Which is my
proficiency.
proficiency.
Plus, we're gonna say this will be wisdom based.
So I add my wisdom to it also.
Yeah. You're trying to do this and keep an eye out for hazards.
Oh.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind. Jacobin,
Yeah.
give me an investigation check.
Two other things. But yeah.
21.
Okay. What you're doing
You get
is you're kind of like
unconscious. The ship
swimming
beams you
along
in
the
the head.
surface of the water, keeping your head above water so that way you could hear. You pinpoint the source of the noise. It is a man that seems to be the sole survivor among this wreck, who still looks like he's like caught in some things, but he's like holding on to several pieces of driftwood. And he's still very, very faintly crying for help.
Hold on, I'll be right there.
It's a trap.
You get up to him,
Kind of what I feel, yeah.
and you see
He's a mimic.
he is not a mimic. No, he is a fair-skinned human, long, sort of braided red beard, long red hair. Looks like he has several wounds that are probably infected, as they sort of have that sort of reddish infected look around them. And looks like he has received some bites, it looks like. Not of larger creatures, but like smaller bites, maybe around this big, so a couple inches.
That's pretty big.
Yeah.
We've seen
But
bites
not like-
that big before.
Not sharks. But, you know, more like barracuda and stuff like that. That just sort of that width.
Yeah.
Barracuda.
He turns. Oh, thank you. You just passed by. I didn't think. I didn't think you were going to. Oh no! I need you and this fellow to make dexterity saves. As suddenly, you hear the crashing of your ship coming up from behind you as it takes an awkward turn to avoid
I don't
what
remember
looks
giving
like
orders to follow me.
some hazards and stuff. Are you providing a bonus to the save to this?
Yeah, +2 for to whatever. 13.
He also got 13. So,
Something.
Yep. Both get knocked unconscious as the ship beams you in the face.
Twixen, if you could roll,
Let's see what it is.
how much should this be for ramming damage?
Take 10d4 of ramming damage.
Let's say 4d6.
You want me to roll 4d6?
Yeah, please roll 4d6.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be great. 16 damage.
Okay. So Jacobin, you and this fellow each take 16 points of damage as you are struck by the ship and you sort of bounce along the edges and all the sort of repair work that was done just creates some sharp edges and everything. You look, this fellow has now fallen unconscious.
We rescued him just to hit him with a boat.
If I can hit him with 1 point of lay on hands.
Okay. You can. How fast is your swim speed with the cloak?
60 or something.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
60.
you can get to him. You can get to him, and you heal him. And you bring his head back up above water, and he coughs and sputters. Oh, that. Is there? Is that your ship?
Yeah, just
I would like to get out of the water,
yeah,
please.
me too.
Before Twixen loops back around for
I
another.
start shouting to stop the ship.
Okay.
And I'll swim.
Beep.
No. Stop. I said stop.
Yeah, and so you go.
I'm just kidding.
to neutral, and then you don't go backwards.
I'll swim, bring the guy with me. Tell them to, throw a rope over or something, and I'll tie it around him so they can pull him up.
Jacob heels. Go forward.
And then I'll just climb up the side. And, do I think an infection counts as a disease?
Yeah.
So I'll hit him with 5 lay on hands to get rid of disease.
Yeah,
And any
and
infection.
that'll be enough to clear the infections.
That's, yeah. And then I'll throw another 10
Okay.
at him because I can't imagine he's got much more hit points than
Thank you. Thank you. I can't thank you enough. What?
It's all right.
Where are the sails
We,
on this ship?
don't worry about it. What happened to you?
Don't worry about it.
He's really good at calming people down, our Jacobin.
The Banshee.
The Banshee.
The Banshee came for us.
What's the Banshee?
You remember, the Banshee is the name of that
Ah,
ghost ship.
right. Yeah, we actually.
They came upon us and they slaughtered everyone else and destroyed the ship.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. We actually had a brief encounter with it last night. Well, were able to conceal ourselves from it. But yeah, well, I'll get you a place to rest and you can eat and get back to health.
Oh,
And
thanks.
I'll probably send somebody down to ask some questions.
All right.
And I ask. Jemmora and okay, yeah, just Jemmora. Jemmora should be able to keep an eye on him just in case. So I say, as I send the guy off towards I say, Jemmora, go with him, and I just keep an eye on him just in case. Make sure he gets fed and
Yeah.
see if you
Jemmora
can get any information out of him.
Jemmora escorts him down. He doesn't talk much. So it's the two of them don't really have a lot to say to each other. But he eats quite a bit of food.
I would imagine that May, hearing that somebody was pulled out of the water, like, I'm gonna go and give him a once over. And
Yeah.
Relieve him with anything.
Looks like with the healing that he received,
Yeah.
looks like all of his major ailments were taken care of
Okay.
and everything.
okay.
You'll probably want to keep him under observation.
Yeah.
But after eating, he basically asks for if there's a place where he can just rest.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a bunk you could.
Yeah. So he just basically curls in. Whatever you give him as a bunk, whether it's a hammock or even just like massing up.
Yeah, or even if there's not a hammock for open, we'll give him something on the floor.
I'm sure there's a hammock open. There was a
Yeah.
ton of
So.
hammocks in
He
that space.
basically
Yeah.
gets in and he sleeps for about 10 hours.
Better.
Good. About what I'm about to do tonight when I get home. Real quick though, once they send them down, I'm holding my head, and I look at Twixen. What was that?
I missed.
Missed what? Why did you follow me?
I was looking for the noise.
I guess I wasn't specific. I didn't give specific instructions. Just think a little more.
Yes,
next time.
Captain.
All right. I'm not angry,
While he's eating,
just a little disappointed.
before.
Sibelius, you hear Sibelius.
Not angry, just a little
Oh,
disappointed.
before that, you hear Sibelius go, well, no harm, no foul, right, Captain?
Exactly.
Just narrows his eyes at you.
Big grin from
And
me.
then,
Blood running down my head.
all right, lads, let's see what we can, if we're going to be here for some time, let's see what we can salvage from this and be on our way.
I say hour maximum. We're not going to spend too much time with us.
Yeah. Yeah, and that does that.
Yeah, before he, like, while he's eating, like, and I'm like inspecting everything. What's your name?
Braun.
Ron?
Braun.
Ron?
Ron.
Ron.
Ron Jeremy.
Yep.
No.
God, no. Bron, what were you guys doing out here? What was your ship? Was it just pleasure, merchant, privateer?
Afraid I can't talk about that.
Privateer.
Okay, privateer it is. So what happened when the ghost ship, like, did it just, like, come and just blow you guys up? Like, did it chase you? Like, I'm confused.
I'd rather not talk about that right now. Thank you very much.
Okay, just trying to figure things out. You rest up. I'll be back to check on your wounds later.
I mean, given that you all saw, I mean, essentially
What? Yeah.
what you presume, because they didn't look like bodies, they were ephemeral, so they looked like souls were being keel-hauled behind a ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might have been a little traumatic. Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, but May doesn't have much tact. Remember this.
That's why you get along so well with Jacob. and
But, so, he wakes up. So this, this all happened around midday.
Okay.
So this is like well after dark,
Okay.
kind of a thing. So stuff is sort of wound down for the day, and he wakes up, and he gets up and starts to wander up above deck. Herman notices this and he goes up. Actually, we'll say that that you noticed that he was still asleep and said, Hamura, that he can go to sleep and have like one of the elves, or you have also noticed Edwin.
I want somebody always watching this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have noticed Edwin still has not slept. So Edwin, volunteers to basically tail this guy. And
I mean, I may be up when he gets
okay.
up if he's wandering
So
around the
we'll
ship.
say you two are definitely above deck.
Yeah.
May, where would you like to be? It's
mean,
around 10 p.m.
If it's around 10, like, I would have, like,
Where would you normally?
normally around 10 at night, I'd probably be up on the top deck smoking my pipe,
Okay.
just relaxing
Tyrant
from the
Kai,
day.
where are you around 10 p.m. typically?
Usually down in the hold. Well,
Oh,
in the
down in the bilge?
Yep, down in the bilge.
Okay.
Where it's nice and dark.
Tending to
and
your hoard.
alone and
Okay. All right. So we'll
See
say
her
the three of
coins
you.
glitter in the pale moonlight.
Edwin
In the
comes
bilge.
up with Braun. And as Braun comes up, you see, as he comes up from below deck, his pallor begins to shift a bit, and it takes on like a gray, ashy hue.
Dun, 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 dun,
Little bit.
dun, 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 dun,
A little
dun.
bit.
That's the best pirate I've ever seen.
And
Should hit him with a boat
you
again.
notice there are sort of patches of flesh missing, and showing
Yep.
exposed bone.
Fresh missing.
Who's standing in the moonlight when that happens?
Yeah. And he just keeps walking.
Dun, 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 dun.
And that is where we're going to end
Okay.
end tonight's session.
Fair enough.
And if we keep humming any more of that, we might get sued.
Yeah, we might get sued. So,
I can go all night.
thank you to your
Yes.
viewers for watching this episode of Tales of Jemmora, Kraken's Wake. We will be back in 2 weeks
Yay!
to resume this adventure.
And remember, get a hashtag Jacob did nothing wrong
Nope.
in the chat.
Nope.
tip your
Nope.
waitresses.
Yep. So, with that, we will bid you adieu. And remember, have fun, happy gaming, enjoy your pie cake, and
Cast hold person on your party members.
never cast hold
Never
person on
cast
party
hold
members.
person on your party members.
Especially if there are dinosaurs.
Yeah. Bye, everybody.